Today, we profile President James Monroe. He served the United States in multiple roles throughout his lifetime. As a soldier, diplomat, senator, and governor. He helped form the Democratic Republican Party along with Thomas Jefferson and James Madison. He was the 5th president of the United States of America. He is best remembered for the Monroe Doctrine. James Monroe, born on April 28, 1758, in Westmoreland County, Virginia, was a pivotal figure in early American history. Monroe was born into a modest family of planters. Orphaned as a teenager, he enrolled at the College of William and Mary, but soon left in 1776 to join the Continental Army during the American Revolutionary War. He served with distinction, participating in key battles such as the Battle of Trenton, where he was severely wounded. His military service instilled in him a lifelong commitment to the American Republican experiment. After the war, Monroe studied law under Thomas Jefferson, who became a lifelong mentor and political ally. This connection shaped Monroe's political philosophy, grounding it in Jeffersonian ideals of limited government, agrarianism, and Republican virtue. Monroe began his political career in the Virginia House of Delegates and later served in the Continental Congress. In 1790, he was elected to the U.S. Senate, representing Virginia. His early political career was marked by his support for states' rights and his skepticism of centralized federal power, a stance that aligned with the emerging Democratic Republican Party led by Jefferson and James Madison. Monroe's diplomatic skills were soon recognized. President George Washington appointed him Minister to France in 1794 during a time of strained Franco-American relations. Although he tried to maintain cordial ties, his sympathy for the French Revolution and failure to navigate Federalist priorities led to his recall in 1796. Nonetheless, Monroe remained an influential voice in national politics. Monroe served multiple terms as governor of Virginia in the early 1800s. He gained popularity for improving the state's militia and infrastructure. His national significance grew when he was appointed special envoy to France under President Jefferson, helping negotiate the Louisiana Purchase in 1803, a major achievement that doubled the size of the U.S. Later, Monroe also served as U.S. Minister to Britain and Spain, attempting to resolve ongoing territorial disputes. Although not always successful, Monroe's commitment and adaptability were notable. Under President James Madison, Monroe served as Secretary of State beginning in 1811 and, for a time, also as Secretary of War during the War of 1812. The conflict with Britain was a difficult period for the young nation, but Monroe played a central role in its administration and recovery. His experience during the war and reputation for integrity helped pave the way for his own presidency. Monroe was elected president in 1816 and re-elected in 1820 with almost unanimous support, a period famously known as the Era of Good Feelings. Though partisan conflict did not disappear, Monroe's presidency was marked by a sense of national unity and progress. One of his greatest achievements was the Monroe Doctrine, articulated in 1823. This policy declared that the Western Hemisphere was off limits to new European colonization, and that any intervention by European powers in the Americas would be seen as a threat to U.S. security. While the U.S. lacked the military power to enforce it at the time, the doctrine became a key pillar of American foreign policy. Domestically, Monroe oversaw the acquisition of Florida from Spain in 1819 and supported internal improvements like roads and canals. However, his presidency was also challenged by economic turmoil, including the Panic of 1819 and increasing sectional tensions over slavery. The Missouri Compromise of 1820, which allowed Missouri to enter the Union as a slave state while banning slavery north of the 3630 line in the Louisiana Territory, attempted to balance these tensions, but foreshadowed deeper conflicts to come. After leaving office in 1825, Monroe retired to Virginia, financially strained despite the years of public service. His wife, Elizabeth Courtwright Monroe, died in 1830, and Monroe moved to New York to live with his daughter. He died there on July 4th, 1831, remarkably the third president to die on Independence Day after Jefferson and John Adams. Monroe's legacy is often overshadowed by more famous contemporaries, but his contributions to American diplomacy, territorial expansion, and national unity were significant. His presidency marked the end of the Virginia dynasty of presidents and a formative period in American growth. James Monroe remains a symbol of the early republic's ideals: dedication to public service, national expansion with a cautious hand, and a vision of a strong but restrained federal government. Through war, diplomacy, and executive leadership, he helped guide the nation through its adolescence toward maturity. Here are some quotes by James Monroe. "The best form of government is that which is most likely to prevent the greatest sum of evil. National honor is the national property of the highest value. Our country may be likened to a new house. We lack many things, but we possess the most precious of all, liberty. There is a price to be paid for all that we hold dear. If we look to the history of other nations, we see their downfall connected with their departure from those principles which we have endeavored to preserve." Here is a letter he once wrote. July 24th, 1804. "Gentlemen, you will receive by the bearer of Mr. E. Miley, Clerk of the Commission under the 7th Article of the Treaty between Great Britain and the United States of America, 526.49 in balance remaining in the hand of commanders. After closing their accounts, which they have thought proper to place under my direction, as the Minister of the United States, I have to request that you will be pleased to receive the same and account for it to our government. I have the honor to be with great respect your obedient servant, James Monroe." He served the United States in multiple roles throughout his lifetime: as a soldier, diplomat, senator, governor, and ultimately as the 5th President of the United States. Best remembered for the Monroe Doctrine, a foundational element of American foreign policy, Monroe's legacy is intertwined with the country's early struggles for independence, expansion, and stability. That's the story of James Monroe. Thank you for watching. If you enjoy these messages of inspiration and hope, please like, subscribe, and/or share them with family and friends. And until we meet again, please remember, with God, anything is possible. Spoken.